And welcome back, picking up where we left off last time with Factorio, with only just a little bit of the bots running around doing assembly of mostly power poles at this point. Okay, they haven't quite given me the requested rails, but good enough that I can probably have the bots at least set these up while we're waiting. I do have a personal roboport, which is why I'm able to do this in the armor. Run with solar panels. So, not the most powerful power pack in the world. And we run out of tracks again. Matter tracks. No? Apparently there's enough tracks. Not 100% sure what's going on there. Maybe I can just zoom over to base using the map. So, where did I leave track protection? I do have track protection, right? Okay, we do have track protection. There's 200 in the system with 102 pickup orders. So we're waiting for the 102 pickup orders. Okay, well, while we're waiting for those pickup orders, I can do some more construction on the thing. Okay, in practice, I don't necessarily need a lot of signals, at least for the moment, because we don't have a pretty heavy, not a very large network yet. So we're gonna run like every power pole, we're gonna put a train signal. Give or take a little bit. Okay, that's a really short block, which is not necessarily ideal, but that'll be fine. And then they'll probably drop that on the stuff in the void. We need tracks in anyway. Nope. No. Let it go. Ah, the robots have deployed their, delivered their stuff, and they haven't. Okay, where are my robots? You're waiting on... Oh, well, you're waiting on a chest. That's because I make the chest manually, don't I? Yes. Would be pretty easy to fix, and it is probably something I should fix, is do some automated production of steel chests, if I'm going to use them like that. So all I need to do is find a convenient... Yeah, that's a convenient spot. Convenient-ish. So, you go there. With a small one and a small one. And you make iron, you make steel chest. Guess that was the last thing I copied. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Okay, so the bots go and set that up. We'll have steel chest production in the network. Probably an accessible steel chest production. So then the question is, where are all the bots that are supposed to be delivering me things? Arriving. Well, some of them are arriving. It is the middle of the night, so what's the power looking like? We are producing more than we're consuming. That's good to see. Oh, because laser turrets have a minimum consumption. Okay, that makes sense. I'm a little worried that laser turrets is so far up the list when, theory, the base is not under attack. but they have a minimum power consumption. That makes sense. Okay, one thing I can do to keep things moving and interesting is, well, I can try to fix the power pole issues so that our defense net actually has proper power. Is we can go ahead and set up some more smelting. So I know I'm going to want more iron, even though apparently we've temporarily fixed the iron problem just by not consuming enough. But we're going to want more iron. So I should have a blueprint in here for a furnace tech. In fact, it's not in there. Well, actually, don't have one that's just a full... There's the one that's a full stack. There we go. So I should just be able to find an appropriate place to just jump this. Ah, yes, the wonders of not quite having enough space in an area to set something up. Because of how the power poles are positioned. Okay, should be able to fit it in here and here. Knock down some trees. Goodbye, trees. Okay, then I need to find a space for those to escape the giant fortress. Easiest way is probably just to knock down a row of turrets. Okay, so once we got the trains ready on time, that should provide us with 2 new yellow belts worth of iron. Because of the spaghetti here, I can't quite get it through going that way. Why did I... Yes, I did. Because I did. Ask me can make some confusing choices sometimes. Whoops, no, I need that one. Okay, so that should provide another belt of iron to this place. Hopefully we don't need it right away. It should provide another belt of this one. Well, basically I've put the third one here on flex. I'll put this one on flex as well. So basically these two, the bottom belt and the top belt here, will divert to go over here to provide the throughput if we need the throughput. Anyway, not quite doing that right all the way down, but it'll mostly work. Sometimes mostly work is good enough. Of course, none of that's going to work until rail station's working. Rail station's not going to work until the steel, because I forgot power poles. It doesn't work without any power poles. Only needs one, and it's only missing one. But you know, if you don't tell them never to send it, they'll never bring it. When robots do exactly what you tell them to do, it's kind of your fault when you don't tell them to do something. I don't know how much of this... Well, I only brought 100 rail with me, so they're probably not going to set up that much, to be frank. But they'll set up a little bit before they run out. I suppose I should also finish doing this run. Majorly is literally me just running along with the thing because they don't need to drop it by ghost. The poor robots are trying to keep up. Okay, let's get back in network. So that I can pick up the missing parts. Rail parts. Okay, mostly right. Yes, very confused rail signals going like, where is my rail that I'm supposed to be signaling for? I am the signals. Yes. Yes, I am. What are rail signals made out of? Iron and... Okay, so I should probably say, also bring me some iron, please. And do a pickup for me. Okay, in the network. And now the robots should come to me. Okay, chests are delivered. Mainly this is buffering, right? So this is, based on the throughput here, probably overkill buffering, but it will buffer. Okay, so I'm thinking this probably deserves an upgrade. Based on how we're handling the throughput. Lots of greens requested. Oh, and we still have some of those requested, okay. I definitely don't have those automated. Okay, so it looks like it's mostly logistics bots picking up my trash. Not necessarily anything being delivered yet. Oops, not in map mode. Oh, I do have to remember I can do construction in the green. I don't necessarily need to coat everything in the orange. It does allow me to do a little bit of a more holy arrangement. I follow that sort of recommendation. I only need to be in the orange for logistical issues. Reasons. I am surprised they have not brought me the big electric bolts. Don't desperately need them, so it's not an issue, but I'm surprised they didn't bring them to me. And in hindsight, the copper probably wasn't super surprising. The iron wasn't probably super surprising, because the only copper and iron they have access to is what they've picked up from disassembling belts. Nope, we're empty again. Oh, I'm empty again. Almost built. Almost built. And once this is built, I'll be able to get the train to be automated to pick up iron for us, which is the grand plan. And I don't think it'll work. I don't think I can set it up to run the way I want it to until both are in the network. Okay, so I can queue it up. So Dr. Horrible, add condition, wait until empty cargo. Darkbane, add condition, wait until full cargo. I'm going to add a condition, Dr. Horrible, wait until you're full fuel. So empty your cargo and your position in the network where you should be able to get fuel. So you should be full on fuel. Cargo should be empty. And right now it's giving me a warning of, I'm confuzzed, I don't know how to get there because there's a hole in the track. There's a hole in the track, and it can't fly across holes in the track, which is fair. Now, robots, can you bring me the solution to this hole in the track? So let's see, they should be coming from here. There is not a demand for 100 track, which is probably indication... it is an indication they're about to arrive. The first three have already got here, we're waiting for the rest to arrive. And with that, we should be in a position where we can finish fixing the hole in the track. And I suppose the rail signal situation is not going to fix itself, because, I can't ask for iron because there's no longer any iron in the system for me to ask for. Well, I suppose that's the last of the iron in the system, so we can do that and that. And then they'll bring me that 48 iron. Which isn't very much iron, but it's a start. It did help me deplete what was in the system, I suppose. Nine. I have 9 more of those in the system. Okay. Now, I'll have to be a little bit careful, because the moment I finish the track, at least the outbound track, that train's going to go shooting off to go pick up iron. So I do need to be careful where I'm walking. Otherwise I may be run over by a train. Okay, with that, the train should be able to path. We can tell it's pathing because it's flying by at high speed. I complained that whoever was in charge of that train does not know what it is to drive safely, but it's a robot, so it literally doesn't know how to drive safely. Okay, so that should work once we've got all the signals in the way. To be fair, the signals right now are a bit extra. It's not like the signals are technically telling the train not to run into other trains, because there's exactly one train on the network. And in theory, based on the time, we're gonna basically watch the train do its thing, and then I'm gonna go to probably into the part break. So the train is filling up. It's not loading ideally because of how I've got the fill buffer working. Ah, I see I did something around the wrong way. Yes, yes, very around the wrong way. Okay. How do I want to fix this? It's very fixable. Honestly, that's probably a problem around the other side as well. So, when we get back to base, that's one reason to look to see if your things are working, because sometimes they don't. Okay, so they don't. I didn't do that side. Okay. Okay, it's easy to fix. Already figured out what the fix is. That's why I didn't immediately delete the fix. Because I had a feeling I was going to need it again. Real soon. Okay, so once that's fixed, it will properly load and unload. And with that, those furnace stacks are running. Maybe not running at an appropriate speed, throughput-wise, but... Well, I suppose we're only loading them with half a belt, so... each, so they're definitely not going to run at full speed. And the train is back here. Still not working, right? Because we haven't fixed... the other half hasn't been fixed yet, but, it's loading. The construction bots are doing their thing. They're not complaining about a shortage of construction bots. Oh no, they are complaining. There's 109 entities missing construction robots. So a lot of construction robots are missing. Because I've got too many things set up for them to do. Mainly because they're having to pick up all the little pieces of iron ore off the belt. And out of the chests. Because what was wrong was not that the chests... Oh, that's going to take forever to clean up. What was wrong was not that the chests weren't filling, it was that the chests were not filling into the train. Okay, there goes the train on the way back. The train is still going to be running into the problem of it's not going to be unloading right, but... which means the belts coming off of it aren't going to be balanced. I have a half belt going in each of these stacks, and each of these stacks in theory should consume a full belt, which means the stacks are going to be half unimplemented. Okay, yeah, that's gonna take a long time to fix. There is a solution. And that is bring over a chest and try to handle alternative dropping options, so they don't have to haul it across the entire map. This is not the most optimal way of doing this, but this is the most optimal way of fixing this. This makes sense, right? You don't want to do this, which is why you don't want to screw up in the first place. I have screwed up, so I am doing it the slow, tedious way of fixing it. Okay. So needless to say, everything you needed here to fix this is not actually here, but I've significantly reduced the demand on the robot network by doing that. Somewhat tedious process. Oh, and I need to flip the polarity of these, which shouldn't be that hard. Okay, polarity flipped. And as that gets installed, this should start working right, which means these furnaces, at least if the train's running fast enough, should be being fueled with all the iron they could want. Which honestly right now, because I'm not actually really getting the base ripped and running, is probably the excessive quantity for the moment. Is the train near me? Yeah, the train is near me. And the train, for once, is being loaded from both sides. It's still not being loaded at full speed, but it's being loaded from both sides now. There the train goes. Okay, this is now fully set up, so we'll see. To be fair, technically I've got enough storage here that it stores 2 trains worth of stuff. So it should unload the train pretty quickly. The train can get going. So this would be one situation where stack inserters would be a little bit faster than just fast inserters. At least on the take it out of the train portion. There it goes. And yeah, that's enough to fill up both belts, which is enough to get, once it all catches up back down to the furnaces, enough to get the furnaces running at full speed. Granted, the furnaces are running at the output speed at the moment. And it's back here, getting loaded. And it looks like we got enough of a buffer here that the entire train can be filled up at maximum speed. The train can go zooming off. Okay, I think that is a good place to leave you for this part. So if you're watching on YouTube, the first iron train is working. So, I hope you've learned with me, learning how to work with the new trains. I'd gotten used to the old ones, but this is the first time working with the new space age trains. In the next part, we'll probably get red science going better. Replace the old red science, probably. That way we can do bigger, better science and bigger, better construction. So until next time, hope you all have a good time. And if you're watching on Twitch, we'll try to record one more part tonight. So catch you all in the next part. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. Hope you all have a good time. Have good luck. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.